Hello, I'm Luca Sheldon, and welcome to the home bench with Luca Sheldon. Davis Bunz, welcome. God, I'm so excited for this. I think out of everybody in the room, I think you were the person that people told me to get on the most.
That's really exciting. First of all, thank you for having me on your program.
Hey, pleasure.
It's an honor. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever get this far. But I'm excited to be here, excited to chop it up with you, talk shop.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, straight into it, I reckon. We got some talking points from the fans. We put something out there, find out what the people want to know. And
Yeah.
they're dying to know about your pre-game rituals. So before a game, we've got a big game, two big games this weekend. Manchester and Fife.
Yeah,
As Danny says, big swing weekend.
big swing weekend.
Are you going to change your pre-game up, or are you going to do similar?
I feel like you can't change the routine, otherwise it's not really a routine anymore.
That was a silly
But
question.
I do, well, at the same time, I do change it every now and then. Like if I'm just not liking it, like, I'm getting bored of it. So what is my routine?
Yeah. what is
Okay, so I'm probably, like, if you asked Didrik this question, he would have, like, everything laid out for you, probably minute by minute, maybe to the second. I'm pretty laid back with the routine. I would say wake up, breakfast. Breakfast is a big one. If I get a good breakfast, I mean, that starts my day right.
Do you have the same breakfast, or did you switch that up?
Yeah, I'll go, well, I have been switching up, but right now, do you want to know what I'm going with right now?
Yeah.
I'll do the rye bread, the toast.
Is that just, what's rye bread? Is that just, Jamie, what's rye bread?
Yeah, Jamie, do we know?
Jamie,
can we get a picture
can
of
we
rye
pull
bread
up a picture of rye bread, please?
It's like a dark bread. It's really good.
Like
Some
brown
people
bread?
hate it, yeah, but I think it's pretty good.
I'm more of a Kingsmill 50-50 guy.
See, I don't even know what that is.
Like really brown.
Yeah.
Super brown.
So you throw
wholemeal bread? Is that kind of similar?
yeah, kinda.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But then you throw cream cheese on top of the rye bread. Place the egg on top of it. It's like an
Oh.
open faced sandwich. Then if I need more carbs that day, I'll get some oatmeal in there. Yeah. But then kind of go about the day.
I'm assuming oatmeal's not on the bread, right? That's on the
No,
side.
that'd be gross for me personally. But if somebody chooses to do that,
We don't judge.
we don't judge here.
It's a judgment-free zone
Yeah, it's
on
a
the home
safe
bench.
space. It's a safe space. But then going towards the game, I guess I got a little bit of routine. Get to the rink, take my sticks, have a coffee, roll out for a little bit, have a coffee. I probably get 2-3 cups in me before the game. So then it's like,
2 or 3?
yeah. Or is that too much?
What? So you, like at the rink, 2 or 3?
Yeah, but I'm not hammering it all day.
See,
If it's like we don't have 3 and 3s here. If we have a 3 and 3, then definitely 3 cups. 3
Yeah.
cups for 3 games.
See, I can see that, and I can see the benefits, but me personally, the negatives of my tummy,
I
and
get a bad stomach though.
I don't know how much, it's not a bad stomach, it's the progression of what the bad stomach leads to, that 3 cups would maybe kind of tip me over the edge a little bit.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you see where I'm coming from.
So that's something for me to monitor as I go forward.
Keep an eye on it.
I haven't experienced it, but I'm going to be aware of it.
I would say I maybe 1.5. Like I'll go through a cup, and then I'll think I'll have another one, get halfway through, and I'm like, oh.
Maybe I'll change it, and then everybody.
no, don't change it because of me.
Well, no, hold on, but everybody back home. If I have a big weekend this weekend, then everybody back home knows you're the reason 7-9 played so well for the black and gold.
But then on the flip side of that, if you do change and you maybe aren't your best self,
Then nobody can blame me, and they're all looking at you.
yeah, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that pressure of that.
Okay.
So you go to. I don't know. Hey, I'm gonna let you make the decision. Potentially influenced by me, but if the decision is made and it goes negatively, that is entirely on you.
Okay. Okay.
But if it goes great, we know where it
I don't
came
know
from.
if I can. Okay. We'll see what happens. Then play some sewer.
Oh, we love sewer ball.
Yeah, get in a sewer. It's nice because I feel like a true Brit, because a lot of times it's just all the Brits, me, and then Connie.
He loves it. Staff
Connie's
loves
in
it.
there. But I feel like I've taken more of the Brit title from Connie, even though he's a better sewer player.
I'd say you're more on the list of being an honorary Brit.
Yeah, an honorary
For
Brit.
sure,
I would never
for sure.
I would never cross that line and say I am a Brit, because I haven't earned it yet.
What would you say you need to do to earn the title of being full-time honorary Brit?
So first of all, go back, tell my parents to have me in Great Britain.
Like back in time?
Yeah. If they could do that, that'd be great because then I would truly be a Brit. But then secondly, I don't know. I think it would be get into pub culture, get into more of the Premier League.
No, right,
I'm
going to stop you right there for a second. If you're going to be an honorary Brit, we got to cut this Premier. It's Premier.
Premier.
Do not. Can we get confirmation from Jamie?
Jamie, is it
Premier.
Premier League?
It's the Premier League. Premier.
Premier.
This Premier thing? No, not having that.
Do you say syrup or what is the other way?
Maple syrup.
Syrup or what is it? Syrup?
I don't know.
Syrup or syrup?
You're literally saying the same word.
Syrup or syrup?
Syrup?
Yeah, people
Like-
say that back home. Or is it milk or milk? See, we could go on with this all day.
Milk?
See, but that might be a states thing. That makes me feel like I'm not a Brit.
But this is something we can work on. We've got time. What,
Okay.
we're 2 months in? 3 months?
What I need you to do, though, is if I say something wrong to the Brits, I don't want to offend any of the Brits out there.
And what-
So you call me on.
And what I'll do is, not in front of everyone, I'll pull you to one side. We'll have a quiet way.
Because I don't want to be embarrassed.
No. And this
No.
actually leads perfectly into this segment.
Wow.
We are going to. Oh, hang on. I've messed up. We're going to lead on to these words here.
Okay.
This is some slang.
Okay.
See that top one? We're going to save that till last.
Okay.
Don't spoil it.
Am I allowed to look at these?
You can look at these.
Okay, sure.
And so, can you read out this second one here to the audience, please?
Bob's your uncle.
And if I was going to say to you, how would you use that in a sentence? And not just obviously saying that Bob is your uncle.
Okay.
But
How would I use it in a sentence?
yeah.
So your dad's brother is Bob, so Bob's your uncle. That's how I would use it in a sentence. I have no idea what Bob's your uncle could possibly mean other than Mr. Bob is in fact your uncle.
Okay, this is putting the pressure on me. I've got to have a think about this now. So Bob's your uncle. That's when, like, if something happens, like you'd be like, oh, Bob's your uncle. So let's say.
Whoa. First of all, come on, we can bleep that. Jamie, can we bleep
Jamie,
that?
please bleep that. Sorry.
If something happens, you say Bob's your
Okay,
uncle?
I'm going to do a better job of explaining this, and I might need help from Jamie to give me a quick point here, because it's one of them things, right? So if you grow up in Britain, like around here, if I just said, "Oh, Bob's your uncle," everybody knows what I mean. But to then try and explain it to someone, it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
So you want something to happen, okay? So let's say you want to go out tomorrow, and you want to score a hat trick, and then you go out and you score that hat trick. Oh, Bob's your uncle. You got a hat trick. Kind of, right?
It's like you say, like, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Jamie.
It's like, Bob's your uncle.
So first of all, I want to meet this Bob fellow because he sounds like he holds all of the cards to everybody.
Yeah, he's a big celeb over here.
Okay, Mr. Bob.
Mr.
So
Bob.
I also then let's go ahead and let's just thank Mr. Bob before we continue on. Let's thank Mr. Bob just for the opportunity to do this.
Thank you, Mr. Bob. We really humbly, greatly appreciate you in Britain.
Yes, thank you. On behalf of the Brits.
So, to be an honorary Brit, I want you to start using that. I want you. You're gonna confuse everybody
I'm certainly gonna turn some heads with that.
for sure. And then into the second one, or the third one down on there.
Just faffing about.
You know that one?
No.
Oh.
No, I figured if I said it with confidence.
It sounded like you did, but you were kind of on the right lines.
Yeah.
Go
We're
into it.
Can I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
We're just messing around.
That's bang on. Wow.
It's like I was born here.
It's almost like you were
I was
born here.
born here.
And then Jamie, I'm gonna be honest with you. This last one, I'm struggling with a little bit. Strappy Maddie.
Stroppy.
Stroppy Maddie.
Yeah, Stroppy and Mardy.
Stroppy and Mardy.
Oh, so you spelled that wrong. You've put Stroppy Maddie.
So is it Strappy Mardy?
No, so it's meant to say Stroppy and Mardy. You don't really use them together, not together.
Okay.
Two separate words that describe the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
So
I
Stroppy
would
and
guess
Mardy. Kind of
It's not, it's not ideal.
No.
It's Mardy. Oh, dang it.
You're on the right lines, but someone would be being stroppy or be being Marty.
Oh, they're a pain. Ugh, get them out of here.
Kind of. It's more like, someone's in like they're being Marty. They're being miserable. If someone's been a Debbie Downer, there's another one for you. A Debbie Downer, you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
We
that
got Debbie Downer back home.
Yeah, so that he's just being stroppy.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I kind of like that one. See,
Yeah.
that I feel like would be a lot easier to throw into my vocab than, Bob's your uncle. What? What? Who am I talking to? Who is Bob? Who is Bob?
But again, you have to. This is something we have to work on.
Okay.
And I will help.
do. I do need to work on this.
And then finally, this will be the one that everybody will be most excited to hear your opinion on, I'm sure. A chip cob.
Okay.
What is a chip cob?
So I actually saw something on Instagram where it was different regions debating the chip cob. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like it's a hot button topic.
It's a very hot topic of discussion.
So first of all, I don't want to offend anybody when I say this, and I don't want to offend Bob because it sounds like he's the guy that's going to make everything happen. So to chip cob, I would say chips are fries over here.
What? No.
And then
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll let you off.
cob for us is corn on the cob. And
Yeah,
those
we
two
have
simply
corn on the
just
cob over here as well.
don't go together.
No.
I'm going to say it's like chip potatoes. Is there mashed potatoes in it?
There's not mashed potatoes on it, no.
Is it a sandwich?
It is a sandwich.
It's a sandwich with chips.
We have to be careful saying sandwich because a sandwich will be your 2 slices of normal bread.
Ooh.
So 2 slices of normal bread with chips in maybe can be called, that's a chip sandwich. Or maybe a butty because it could sometimes, if it's got butter on it, I'll allow a chip butty if it's in the 2 slices of bread.
Sorry, a chip what?
Butty.
Okay.
Butty?
Yeah.
We don't say the T's over here.
Butty?
Like water.
Water. Yeah.
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
Do you know what's weird is you guys made the language, like, but you guys say everything, like we just say everything different here, but like, or back home, but like water.
Yeah.
There's a T in there. You guys put the T in there. Why don't you guys pronounce it? We put the T in there. It might be a respect thing that we're like, oh, okay, they put the T in there. We have to say it. But then when I come over here, you guys, water. Doesn't make much sense to me. But again,
Maybe it's because we're lazy.
yeah, could have something to do with
we're
Bob.
not all lazy.
Could have something to
could-
do with Bob. Bob also might not have pronounced the T's, and everybody's like, well, God, if
He's the
not,
coolest guy in the country.
we're not pronouncing T's anymore because Bob's not
Because
doing
Bob
it.
said no.
Yep.
So a cob, right?
Okay.
And this I would imagine is going to be discussed in the comment section if we have a comment section. Do we, Jamie, have a comment section?
Jamie, do we have a comment section?
Thank you,
Okay.
Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie.
Cob stands for circle of bread. And so
Okay.
it's more similar. What are we laughing at?
I don't know if it actually does stand.
I'm not sure if it does, but to me, I'm telling you
said that with enough conviction.
that I'm probably going to convince
That
a few
cob
people.
is circle of bread. You heard it here first.
It makes sense, and if that catches on, you know where it came from.
The
So
Luca
s-
Sheldon experience.
The Luca Sheldon Oh, maybe. Are we going to change the name to Luca Sheldon Experience? Is that too close? Might we get a lawsuit from? Okay, never mind.
Okay, well-
Cut that, Jamie. Circle of bread. It's closer to a bun, which you are familiar with as part of the Bunsberg Her experience.
Exactly. Thank
It's
you.
closer to a bun, but it's not like a burger bun, but it's not quite the same. Like you can put a burger in it, but you might get some funky looks. Like people will know that you've put a burger in a cob and it's not in a bun.
Okay.
Can we get a picture of a cob up to show the difference, please?
Thanks, Jamie.
Some people call it. What did we have? A bread cake. Up
Bread cake.
A bit further north in
Newcastle.
Sheffield. Ooh, we don't like them. There. That is a cob right there.
That's a cob.
See, it's different. Like
That's a dinner roll. Where I'm from.
a dinner roll.
Yeah, that's a
See,
roll.
over here people call it a roll, but what about that is rolled?
Absolutely nothing.
So
I'm going to flip this one on you, and I'm going to go back to why don't you guys... Yeah, what's circular about that?
It's kind of a circular shape.
That's a full-on square with a roof.
The roof?
Yeah.
That's not a square.
That looks like a mini house. Let's call it a chip house.
Chip house could catch on. If that catches on, that could be cool.
You heard it here first.
I'll allow that. But circle of bread still. I'd say it's circular. It's got circular properties to it.
Okay.
Rounded edges. Like they're not 90-degree angles that you would expect from a square.
Okay.
Like if your house corner looks like that, you'll have words, right?
Something's not going right.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a cob. So we got bread roll, bread cake. What else we got? Sarnie.
And that's all one thing?
They all mean the same thing, but the one true name,
Yeah.
chip cob.
No, that's good and not confusing at all. So yeah, so I'm happy that I learned that.
But I would like if you say cob, everybody will know what you're speaking about. But they will. It's one of them things that they won't let it slide. They will not let it slide.
Okay.
And you will have to.
Sure. It sounds like
questions.
I have some studying to do.
And we can do that off the air.
Okay.
And
good.
if this becomes a recurring thing that we have Davis in that seat.
Maybe it's just like here's our teaching him to be a Brit segment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we can show the people your progress.
Exactly.
And then by the end of maybe the end of the year, you'll be an honorary Brit.
Exactly.
Can we get him a British passport if he's an honorary Brit? Is that like something we can?
I think you got to go through Bob.
Bob?
Yeah.
We have a direct,
Bob
can
Willing.
we get a direct line to Bob? Like, is that something we can sort out? Maybe.
Jamie, is that something we could figure out?
Can we get Bob on as a guest? Maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be so
who's
sick.
Bob's nephew? Are we all his nephews?
Who? Yeah, he's maybe kind of like the Adam and Eve of Britain.
Okay.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything starts, ends, circles back around to Bob.
And it's a shame he's not in the Bible.
I'm not sure. Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. Yeah, I'd have to go back.
I have to hold my hands up. I haven't read through the Bible back to front. Studied it at school a little bit. Did some extracts. Know some of the stories. Don't
remember
recall.
Bob.
No. Or maybe it's changed. You know, I think it's changed over time. Originally,
Could have
Bob
got
and
lost
Eve.
in translation. Bob and Eve.
Lost in translation, changes to
We
Adam.
might have just cracked the code. But it's no big deal.
No.
We're going to act like we do this every day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
So, we've got you here.
Yeah. And again, thank you for having me on your program, but continue.
Hey, no, honestly, my pleasure. This is an honor for me.
It's been everything it's been drawn up to be.
We've been talking about this all week.
Gosh, this is exciting that it's finally happening.
We went out for lunch yesterday, was it? Or the day before?
2 days.
2 days
ago.
ago. That pizza place?
Yeah.
Shout out, what was the name?
Pizza Punks.
Pizza Punks.
Yeah.
Dialed in pizzas, actually.
Really good.
I had the beef Brianna?
Yeah. Something around
With
there.
this is something
We might
I've
have butchered
never,
it.
ever seen before, by the way. I had a tub of gravy to dip the pizza in.
I think that Italians everywhere, like if an Italian's listening to this, which I'm sure our Italian listeners are,
Shout out Italy.
they're probably
Throwing
cringing.
thing, yeah.
If they're in their car right now, they might have accidentally just swerved into a curb. Like they're probably disgusted. Gravy and pizza. Why? But you know what? I didn't have it, but it didn't look bad.
It was honestly dialed in.
Yeah.
The gravy actually had a bit. I don't know what kind of gravy it was. Bit of a spice to it. It had a bit of a kick.
Okay.
And it was
Gourmet gravy.
Gourmet gravy. God, they really treated us at that place.
Yeah.
Shout out them. Go there if you ever want a nice pizza.
Thank
Are we
you,
like,
pizza.
Jamie, can we shout out brands on this podcast?
You can.
But
Have another pizza sponsor.
And we love them. They are
Pizza Punks are good, but they are nowhere near as good as John Doe.
unbelievable stuff over there.
Post game
John Bell.
John Doe and the carbohydrated filled beers.
Yep.
Good for carb restocking.
Exactly.
Non-alcoholic, of course, because we are athletes.
NAs only.
Exactly. He just hits the spot, especially after a big 4-point weekend.
Yep. No, nothing else I'd rather put in my body.
No, for sure, no. I got off track a little bit. You, here.
Okay.
How did you get here?
I walked from the locker room to this cozy little podcast room.
Hey, that is on me for not clarifying the question.
Yeah.
I referred more to your journey from being a young Bunz
Okay.
to being a full-fledged burger buns.
Okay. So my journey to getting to Nottingham.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was in Wheeling, West Virginia last year in the East Coast Hockey League. Enjoyed my time there. It was really fun. And I was kind of looking to go overseas. So I got in touch with my agent and just told him like I'd like to go over to Europe next year. I didn't really know whereabouts. I didn't know much about it. And then he came back to me with a few places, and then he said one of the places he really liked was Nottingham. And I'm buddies with Felix Perret.
Great guy.
Who was here last year.
Good guy. Great
He's an
guy.
unbelievable guy. And so I texted him about it, and I was like, hey, like, what's the team like? What's the city like? Whatever. And he had nothing but good things to say. And he's like, you got to go. Like, it's unbelievable. You'll absolutely love it. And it's lived up to it. So that's really how I ended up, this place kind of came on my map.
Would you say it was oversold, undersold, or you heard good things, you came, and it was just as good as you expected?
I don't know. I don't want to throw him under the bus and say he undersold it, but everything he said, it's been that and then some. Like he said the fans were great, and then we had a preseason game on like a Sunday or something, and the place was packed, and they're like all chanting, which isn't as big, I think, in North America, like just like the constant energy and everything. And I was like, these people are crazy, but I absolutely love it. And I'm a little crazy too. So I was like, this is perfect. It's a perfect match.
I feel like you have to be a bit crazy.
Yeah, otherwise what's the point? It's
you end
not
up boring
fun.
like Logan.
Yeah, and we don't want to be like that.
We don't want any more Logans in the team.
No, we don't. There's only room for one. Thank you that it's a good thing that he's in there.
Mm-hmm.
However, you can only have one of them.
You'd say it's a good thing he's there?
I felt like I just kind of had to say that because we're on air.
That's fine. Jamie can cut this because Jamie knows him quite well.
Yeah, that is true. Jamie does.
She knows him pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she can talk to him and find out if he's okay with this going in.
Exactly.
I would argue, me personally, especially in the last 2 weeks, I would have been much better off if he wasn't on the ice.
You know what? For the sake of your collarbones and neck, I would have to sadly agree. However,
only these 2 weeks.
Would you have had as many laughs?
I would have probably not, and also I would have not stayed in Nottingham and had as much sleep before games. Because he's a very nice guy. Let's me stay at his house. Shout out to his family. Yeah. Great people.
Classy.
Lovely. Let me stay in the house quite often.
That's really classy of them.
They cooked me pre-game dinner.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, wake up for a 4 o'clock game we've got to be here for 4, sorry, not a 4 o'clock game. At like 3, walk downstairs in my suit. Nice plate of pasta.
Oh my God, get out of town.
I know.
You got to think that they're in Bob's good graces.
They are in Bob's good
graces. Bob's your uncle. I love it.
Bob's your uncle. There you go. Yep. Oh, we are so on it right now. This is amazing. So back to the journey to keep it on track. We'll try and keep some structure to this.
Yeah. It's going great. We're keeping so much structure right now.
So much structure. As a junior, so like a mini Bunz. Mm-hmm. How was that? Where did you play? How did you do? Did you think you'd end up where you are now in terms of the hockey life?
I would say, this sounds weird, but I would say I always thought I'd play pro. But I think that's just because it was always like my dad played hockey. My older brother played hockey, and they were both successful. So I just always kind of thought like that's what I was going to do, like ever since I was little. But like growing up, I played for a team called Team Wisconsin. And then I played for my high school team, which was a blast. It was so much fun.
High school, like sports in general over there is crazy.
It's huge.
You played out in like, I don't know you particularly, but I'm assuming you played in quite a big like arena.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like a full-on arena, but it was definitely like there's a lot of like room for people to be, and it was fun because you get like your whole school would come, so then like all your friends and your buddies who aren't on the team are in the student section.
So you were the man, right?
It feels when you're on the ice, it feels that way, and then you show up to school the next day. I felt not maybe I was Bob, but I felt like I was Bob's son. Like he everybody's like, that's Bob's son. Like he's, you know,
like he's not quite the guy,
but like he
The
could
guy.
become that. Yeah, it was cool.
and now you're here with me. God, how did he get here with me?
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say is a hockey ick for you?
Okay. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I just want everybody to know that this program is filled with good questions.
And I cannot take full credit for that.
Yeah.
Jamie did an excellent.
Jamie, thank you,
Jamie
Jamie.
did an excellent job prepping this.
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous, I will say. We came in this morning before training.
Yeah.
I spoke to Jamie and she showed me the prep sheet. Was not a great deal on there. I'll be honest. I was a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But she's pulled through. She's worked hard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie. You've done an amazing job.
I love it. Back to what was the question? My hockey
Ick.
icks. I would say one of my biggest ones right now, and I'm not going to name any names around the league because that might not go well, but when guys tape their stick like David Pastrnak and they leave the gaps, like, you know, every roll, and they leave the gaps
On
in
the
between,
blade?
Yeah. And it's like almost they're candy caning the blade of their stick.
That is
It gives me the willies.
And does anyone
It gives me the willies.
does anyone on our team do that?
Nobody on our team, thank goodness. 'Cause
You would probably
otherwise-
have a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to take the ice every night with them. I don't know if I'd want to go to war with
You'd
them.
have to have one.
Yeah, it's like see.
Just on the toe as well?
Like literally, that's the Pastrnak tape job, and it's like
My goodness.
if you are putting up over 100 points in the NHL, getting paid $13 million a year, do it. You know,
You kind of have the
can
wiggle
do
room
that.
to do that.
If you're not doing that, please refrain from it.
Please change your tape job now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question that's not on the prep sheet. It's just come to me because this is something I want to know. Because for me as a goalie, my tape job on the blade doesn't really make a difference to my ability to play the puck. I'm terrible at playing the puck as it is, right? So
I would not say that.
Really?
No. I think you got to give yourself more
I
credit.
tell you what, today I made a nasty backhand
Yeah.
breakout.
Yeah, you did.
You? No?
Yeah, it was to me.
Oh my God.
Dude,
That
you
was
know what
awesome.
It was a touch of class.
It was a touch of class.
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to work on all my Brit sayings, and you're going to work on getting rid of the negative talk about
Okay.
yourself.
Do you know why that is? And I'm going to bring it back to a certain guy we spoke about not long ago. Logan Neilson, my dearest, one of my closest friends,
Right.
lovely guy. Biggest hater though, biggest
Yeah.
hater. Does not enjoy being around me sometimes. He tells me every day, without fail, that I am on the smaller side, height-wise, that I am on the worser end of being a goalie.
And that's just, we don't need that.
No, but I will before we get a lot of Logan comments, he means it with love. I'm not convinced he fully means it. It's
No,
just
no,
it
he
is-
doesn't.
And Jamie can maybe confirm this.
Yeah.
It's his way of showing love sometimes.
Yeah.
He's a very blunt person that speaks his mind sometimes without thinking, and sometimes that'll bite him in the behind. So
So
that's
I think,
maybe something we could maybe bring him on and work on that with him. We could turn this
Yeah.
into some sort of therapy session with him.
yeah, just positive talk.
Positive self-talk.
Yeah, positive self-talk and positive talk
Talk
to,
to
others. What you put out is what you'll receive.
That is true. I've got a hockey ick that's came to me, and it's Jamie could tell me if we're not allowed to say this or whatever, but it was to do with Hunter before he unfortunately left us. He used to get ready so early,
Oh.
and the pressure it put on me and Beds to get ready and be out there
It
with him.
panics you.
Oh my goodness. Me and Beds, like today, for example, we were on the ice at 1:45.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't start getting ready till 25 past.
And that's exactly the amount of time you should spend getting ready.
15 minutes, we're on the bench while the Zamboni's still on. We're out there.
Yep.
Hunter used to be putting his skates on at maybe 10:05.
And then you're like thinking to yourself, like, oh, what have I done wrong?
Exactly. And me and Beds are sat there having a coffee, talking. This guy's half kitted, and we're like, well, now we need to get half kitted.
Yeah.
And that used to really bug me.
Yeah.
And I had talks with Hunter, and you know what he said to me? He said, I'll change that for you. And you know what he proceeded to not do?
Change that for you.
He did not change that.
Oh,
So that is...
you hate to hear that.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah.
So that is, I would say that's a recent hockey ick.
Okay.
That came to me.
And that's valid.
And now we're going to move into a section from our sponsor, Young Cardinal Tattoos. Davis Bunz, do you
Yes.
have any tattoos?
I do. I got 2.
Are they in a place that you can show?
Yeah. Well, one of them. The other one's just gonna be hard because I got a sweatshirt on.
You don't have to. You can describe it.
Yeah. So I have right here. Well, I can show this one. Sorry, the mic. I got a cross right here. Mm-hmm. And then on my arm, on my inner arm, I have like our family Bible passage.
Okay.
It's "To whom much is given, much shall be required," is written on my arm. Yeah. So
To whom shall...
to whom much is given,
Okay.
much shall be required.
To whom much is given. So dive into that because I'm trying to work out in my head what that means.
So the background of it, my mom actually started. So she, growing up, we'd go on these mission trips down to areas and help out in the community and whatever. And then she ended up kind of really owning in on a spot in Haiti. So there's an orphanage in Haiti that my family has kind of started a foundation for.
Sick.
So kind of behind that was like, because we were so fortunate with where we were born and how our lives have been, it's been kind of trying to give back. Since we're given much, we need to then help out as much as we
those that
can.
need it.
Yeah. So then,
Okay.
So we've been working with the orphanage for since the post Haiti earthquake, which would have been maybe 2010 it happened. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that.
Jamie?
2008, 2010. But we've been going down there for about 10 years now, a little bit over. And yeah, it's an awesome time going down there. There's about 50, 60 kids. But yeah, it's awesome.
That is really cool, actually. I did not expect that answer.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel like my tattoos are not as cool because mine have no meaning. So I've got these ones.
Yeah, but yours are just, you look really sick.
You think?
Yeah, I like
like
your
that one?
tattoos. That one's sweet. That one's sweet. I like the, there you go.
Mickey Mouse?
Boom, Mickey Mouse. He's kind of hitting like, whoa, can I see his?
It's a paintbrush.
Yeah, at first kind of looked like he was hitting the nay-nay.
The nay-nay?
Yeah, the nay-nay. Like maybe
What a
he's
reference.
post-whip. Now he's hitting the nay-nay on everybody. And
That
that's just
is
on
such
your
an-
arm.
I'm sorry, that's such an old person thing to say.
Okay, so then I'm just going to get up and leave. Thanks for having me. No, I'm kidding.
Straight back into it. So, paintbrush. I thought it was
Yeah.
common knowledge. Turns out, people think it's a torch. People ask what he's doing. I remember it because there was a game I played on the Wii. You know, I saw. Was it you that was explaining what a Wii was, or was it Coop? It was Coop.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
a Wii is, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I had a Wii growing up.
What did you play?
Wii Sports, like the tennis, bowling.
Funny story. I absolutely clocked my sister square in the face with a Wii remote playing Wii Sports 1.
Oof, I hate
It was,
that.
I don't know why this just come flooding back to me. We were at my auntie's, shout out. Family was there playing Wii. I'm playing the baseball, you know the baseball game?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I swung for that thing like, give me a baseball player.
Yeah.
A good batter. Who's a good batter?
Shohei Ohtani.
Like I was Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
And I just followed through. As
And
she
it-
came round,
yeah.
straight in
Hello.
between the eyes.
Yeah. Quick
She's
concussion.
never been the same since.
Yeah. Yeah, that stinks. Quick question.
Stinks.
What's the name of, who's your aunt married to? What's his first name?
It's not Bob.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, clear from the record, Bob is in fact not Luca's uncle, but we will find you, Bob.
We will
wherever
find
you are.
somebody must have an uncle. If anyone's got you've got an uncle. Jamie has an uncle that's Bob.
Wow.
Wow.
We might have to get him in here for a podcast.
At least why have you kept that so quiet?
I don't know.
So let me get this straight. And I need silence for this. Bob's your uncle.
He's not technically my uncle, but I call him. He is my uncle. He's the closest thing.
Okay, so it might not,
So not-
actually
He's like a
be
great uncle.
Bob. Does he have superpowers?
So when you say great, so it's not your mum or dad's brother.
It's my grandma's brother.
What's the verdict? Because it's
I
but
think-
that means
I think that's
Bob
something we need to monitor. I think that
Bob is someone's uncle
Bob is someone's uncle.
in her family.
Okay, so I think that maybe what we need to do is do a little bit of research.
Research. No, research.
And we're going to figure out if this is our Bob. And if it's not our Bob, that's okay. But if it is our Bob, he's coming in for an
For
interview.
sure. If anyone would like to put in the comments if they agree or disagree that this is the Bob.
Yeah. And if you have any leads on where Bob is, what Bob does, please give them to us. We are dying to meet Bob as a podcast.
It would be so, that would maybe be the podcast of, dare I say, the century.
Yeah, we'd probably go to number 1 on the charts. See you later, Joe Rogan.
See you later. Joe Rogan who?
Never heard of him because he doesn't have Bob on there.
No, he does not.
No, he
and
doesn't.
his Jamie is not our Jamie.
No.
Shout out, Jamie.
Shout out, Jamie.
Shout out, Jamie. So again, we're going to try and bring it back on track again.
Yeah, no problem.
Back to being in Nottingham. So you heard good things.
Yep.
Exceeded your expectation. You've already said the fans are great.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is your favourite thing about the city of Nottingham? So not necessarily the club, because that can be a separate question.
Right,
Unless it is something to do with the club. What is your favourite part about Nottingham?
About the city. I'm going to answer it separate.
Yeah, that works.
Favorite thing about the city, I like how lively it is.
Yeah.
Now I lost my train of thought.
Because the people are outside.
Yeah, we need a soundproof studio.
We can upgrade the studio soundproof it, right?
Yeah.
Is that in the budget?
Okay, but it will be after we get Bob on. So anyway,
After.
favorite thing about the city would just kind of be, one, how lively it is. I like that I can just get out of my apartment and walk around, and like the Christmas market's great and everything. But one thing that I've absolutely loved is Forest. Going to the games, the Forest.
They're having a great season.
They
actually.
are. It's unbelievable. It's actually sweet to be here during that.
Maybe, dare I say, it's because you are here.
I could be a good omen for the team.
Could be a great omen
Yeah.
for the team.
But I absolutely love going to the games. I think like the atmosphere for those games too, like sitting in the stands, are unbelievable. And I like some of the things that come out of people's mouth when they're shouting at the players. I'm thinking to myself, they maybe should go to jail, but that's awesome.
Do you think because I would say that for better or for worse, in hockey, especially in this country, we don't quite get the same amount of abuse that they get. Do you think you would still be able to concentrate on a game if you had 30,000 people shouting the same things that they get shouted at?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I don't really hear much of the, much of the noise going on. But also that's tough because we have a big glass barrier in between us. Where like you're not hearing the individual shouts as much. I'm sure people have probably said some horrible things to me. Did I hear them? No. So they didn't really,
Blissful ignorance.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it might be different if I'm standing 5 feet from somebody and
Trying to take a corner kick.
trying to take a corner kick, and they're coming at me about stuff in my family that I don't even know about. Like that might get in my head.
Maybe.
Yeah. So actually, I'm gonna take back. I'm gonna redact my answer. Yeah.
Cut that, Jeremy, please. Thank you.
Is redact not a word?
No, I'm just saying cut your original thing. She's
Okay.
Not,
Yeah. Thanks, Jamie.
she's not going to cut it. It was a bit.
Oh,
It's a gag.
sick. Okay.
Carry on. Go. Go.
If we whisper, can the mics hear us?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Jamie,
I don't think so. We're good here.
Jamie, can we still be heard? Okay, thank you. Carry on.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go on to the next thing because I don't even know. It's nonsense right now.
Absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
Favorite. So your favorite thing about the city of Nottingham.
Yep.
Nottingham, is the bustling city life.
Yep. Great restaurants.
Are you from Wheeling or Wisconsin?
I'm from Wisconsin, Madison,
Is
Wisconsin.
that like a big city?
Yeah, it's like I think it's same size as here. I think it's like around just over 200,000. Mm-hmm. But I live more in a neighborhood, so like I can't just
Suburbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can't just like walk out of your house and then be like right downtown. So I think it's cool at this point in my life to like be able to do that, just like walk around the city and whatnot. And then you get bored less easy. Like if you get bored, it's just like go for a walk and
You'll see something.
Yeah, you'll see
something will happen.
Right. Every day is an adventure.
Every day. Oh, I had some of that, and it's completely gone.
And it was going to be really good.
It was going to be so.
It was going to be philosophic. Yeah.
Every day is a school day, but that doesn't make sense.
Nope, not even close. But
Every day is a dream when I'm carrying your love with me.
that's beautiful. I think you could put that on a Hallmark card.
I think it's a
Christmas
song,
card.
so maybe it's trademarked.
Dang it. You were close, though.
Every day's a dream when I'm carrying.
You know
your
what?
love
That
with
would have gotten, if you would have put that on a card, that would have gotten us the budget to then move to a huge studio and really blow this thing out.
Jamie, can we merch?
That's a good idea.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Perfect.
Favorite thing about the Nottingham hockey organisation? Maybe it could be the team, something to do with the fans, anything to do with the ice hockey in Nottingham. What is your favourite part?
I am going to have, that's tough because I got a lot like that I really, really do enjoy and love about this club. But honestly, I'd have to say just like the guys in the room are unbelievable. Like, I think like coming to the rink every day is fun because I get to see a bunch of buddies, which is not, and like in pro hockey, that's not always the case. So I do love that. That or just, I don't know, like the atmosphere at the games is so cool. It's so special every game you play in because just everybody is so involved and with the chants and the support you get. And even after the games, people waiting to like say hi to you or whatever and tell you did a good game. Even if you didn't have a good game, you feel a little bit better about yourself and you go to sleep at night. But no, it's been really special. I do love the club.
What a great answer. We do love the Nottingham Ice Hockey Club here at Nottingham Ice Hockey Club.
We really do.
It's such a great place to be. Maybe the best in the league, dare I say.
Top of the league.
Oh my goodness. You'll be better answering this than me because you are on the ice more and you are in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm. Is that not a good?
No, it's good. It's just it was the thick of it was popping off lately. It was the KSI song.
Oh.
I'm in the thick of it. It was a big meme.
I don't know the English music as well.
It went kind of viral for not the best reasons. People didn't really think it was the best song.
Okay.
I personally, honestly, didn't actually mind it or think it deserved as much abuse as it got.
Okay.
But just, I think saying...
It's got haters.
A hater's going to hate.
It's got haters. Haters are going to hate.
They always hate you when you're at the top.
Do you know who the haters don't hate?
Bob.
He owns the haters.
Maybe he doesn't even have any haters.
But he can't. Simply can't.
So maybe saying in the thick of it will get some laughs.
Okay. I like that.
But anyway, who would you think is the biggest chirper, talker? Who gives out the, let's not say abuse, who gives out the most gamesmanship?
Gamesmanship, good word.
Thank you.
Am I going with our team?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, you know what, that's tricky. Do you know who low-key, I'm not going to give this as my answer, but you know who low-key gives out like a lot of chirps? But like kind of, some of them from the bench, some of them are on the ice, but it cracks me up. I do love it. Is Spence.
Yeah?
I think that kind of goes undercover, but he does like he like laughs at guys and stuff, which I love. I feel like when I was younger, I used to be like, that used to be me all the time. And then, like, you get your head taken off a few times, and you're like, okay.
Maybe I should be quiet a bit more.
Yeah, but, like, pick your battles. I feel like Timmy gets in there with the chirps.
I can imagine he has some good ones.
Yeah, he's kind of a firecracker, which I didn't know.
No.
You don't think that when you meet him off the ice.
Lovely guy.
Yeah, he is.
Great
He
guy.
truly is. I love Timmy. But I think he kind of gets in there. We don't have, like... I feel like we don't have a guy that's just, like... always chirping. I think it collectively comes from the group, which is actually a good thing.
Kind of sick.
Yeah, I do love that.
Well, you have to pick probably a family-friendly one if there is any. What's the best chirp you've ever received? Like, you know, like it's like obviously some of them will wind you up, but what's one you have to sit there and you're like, you know what, great chirp.
Okay. Yeah, at first I was going to say none of the chirps that I would say on here that are appropriate to say on here I can say. But I heard a good one on myself. I was in I was in kind of by Vancouver area in Canada. I was playing a year out there, and they much like here, the sun does not show from October to April. Like it just rains every day. So I think in about February or March, I'm playing in a game, and I am transparent white. Like, I don't have any color.
Pasty?
I look gross. Yeah, not good. Not
You
good.
look a bit ill.
Yeah, and a kid on the other team, I'm on the ice, minding my own business. I'm having a pretty decent game. A kid on the other team goes, "Hey, Bunz, the sun's free. And I was like, that hurts my soul. And the fact that it happened 7 years ago now,
And you still think...
and I still remember it, but like it was such a good, well-timed chirp. It's like you know what? Hats off to him. Like, good for him.
It's one of them ones where you actually just can't. You can't say anything back.
I can't say anything. I laughed. I think I laughed and then probably just lost like a couple nights sleepover. But that's no big deal. That's neither here nor there.
Can I say though?
Yeah.
From my experience with you,
Yeah.
beautiful.
God, thank you.
I would never be able to chirp you on your looks.
I appreciate that. That. Yeah.
I think for me personally, I don't know if I have one that stands out. I get a lot about being on the smaller side.
Okay.
Which
Unwarranted.
No, I think
No.
because I'm obviously just doing minding my own business.
Yeah.
Sometimes get into it, sometimes not.
I do like when you get into it though.
I think it's my little man syndrome.
I think it fires up.
Can I say
group.
that? I've got
saying.
little man syndrome.
That's a
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, I think it fires up the group though.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Like it fires up me at least. Like I love that.
It's great to
Yeah.
hear. Maybe I'm a bit quieter on the bench, especially in
Yeah.
this league. Maybe we can change that.
Maybe we tag team it and we go in together on a guy.
That's a great
That's
idea.
always the best because if you outnumber him, it's like,
What can he do?
yeah, because then the second he tries to talk, then the other guy chimes in.
And then let's say he goes for you. I'll just beat him up.
You're coming
goes
in
for
with the
me.
blocker.
You beat him up.
Yeah, then I'm coming in with the slash.
You've had a fight.
Yeah, well, not famously.
Famously.
This year, it wasn't really a fight because I couldn't get my glove off, but, I got
Oh, in
robbed.
the Manchester game.
Yeah, when the guy hit Ollie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was not very nice for him to not let you get your gloves off.
No, yeah, I got caught on his grab arm. It's the arm he grabbed me with.
Yeah.
Was my punching arm. And so when I tried to throw off my glove, it got caught in his jersey, and I had already eaten about 3 punches to the back of the helmet. So I was like, ooh, and he's huge and a fighter. I'm thinking to myself,
Tough guy.
yeah, okay, well, this one's chalked up. We're gonna go down.
We're gonna go protection.
No pain at least. Like none of them hurt. So I was like, thank goodness.
Probably hurt his knuckles a little bit.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
You know
just
what?
straight on the helmet.
I never understand that when you guys fight. Like it just seems like you mainly aim to punch the guy in the helmet sometimes.
Right. It's like you're trying to go for the face, but it's not there because you turn the helmet and it's like boom.
Is it a penalty if you take your helmet off during a fight? Did it
Didn't used to be. That's why guys would take their helmets off. They take their elbow pads off.
Yeah.
So it's easier to throw. And then now you can't anymore. 'Cause
Not
I think
allowed.
they just had too many guys like hitting their heads on the ice when you fall.
Yeah, that would make sense actually. I'm trying to think. Have I ever had a fight? No, I've had a penalty. I got a penalty for blocking someone.
I love that.
I've got a video of it somewhere. I have to
Good
show
for
it.
you.
I was like 14, and we played a game at Lammas Leisure Centre when I played for Sutton.
Maybe we can get the video of it clipped over us talking about it.
I will try and find it. I'll find it somewhere. But this guy came in, shot, went down, covered it, stood up, chirped me a bit, chipped him back. He headbutted me.
Now that's outrageous, but continue. I'm happy you gave him the ball.
So then we swung over with the blocker. 10-minute misconduct.
Good for you.
Great
And
for
all
me.
10 of those minutes were earned.
Our next segment here, we are going to do a draft. So we're going to have 5 picks each. You can't pick the same as the other person. And the topic for today is places to eat within Nottingham. Now, would you like first or second?
Oh, we're doing snake draft style. So
Yes.
it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. So it'll go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3,
Oh, so
4,
I'm
4.
always picking before.
Whoever goes first gets the first pick.
Okay, I'll go first then. All right. With the first selection.
Of the 2024.
That might have just thrown off my... No, I'm kidding. Okay, so first, I'm going to go with a place
I think I know what you're going to say, and it's going to really upset me because
that's just near and dear to my heart. It's unbelievable. If you want a burger, for me, it's the place to go. I've been messing around with the menu lately. First of all, I'll say it, Bonz Burger.
franchise player, by the way.
It's unbelievable, but I've been messing with the menu. So I feel like every time I go, I'm selecting a new item, like a new burger, and they've all hit. Like the peanut butter jelly one, I didn't think that was going to be good. I was just like, peanut butter and jelly on a burger? Unbelievable. Didn't know how they pulled it off, but they did.
Shout out them.
Yeah.
Would you say that's your favourite of the burgers? Really?
Of the
burgers.
I think the blue.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
the blue.
the blue is so good.
And with them dirty fries.
Yeah, that's a whole meal.
That's
though.
a meal on itself.
Yeah, the dirty fries you could get by itself.
I tried the chicken bites lately. They were
They're really good.
Pretty nails.
Yeah, they're really fantastic.
You honestly, it's kind of upset me because I think that that player has a great future ahead of him in this game.
Yep, absolutely.
Fairly young, actually. I'm fairly.
Young?
It's a newer place, isn't it?
Young but established.
Young, but very quickly established himself as a
unbelievable stuff.
Franchise player. I'm going to go with a bit more of I think my number one, a bit more of a veteran player.
Okay.
Been around the game for a long time. Some would say this is maybe a basic pick. However, to them people, I'm going to have to say it's my team. So I'm really not bothered. I'm going to go with the Golden Arches McDonald's.
Wow. Okay.
I just think there are...
You couldn't let that fall to me.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I
It's
think,
off the board now.
I think his range, the plays he's able to make, I think
It's consistency.
consistency. I think anywhere you go, probably within the world, you can get to a McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you can get a solid meal.
Yeah. Sure. I like that.
And I think just in the locker room as well, he's a veteran guy. I think he brings an essence of stability
Okay.
to the team.
Yeah. Sure.
A leader in the room.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. All right. Now my next pick. So coming in at my 2 slot, I'm gonna go with Bar Bierko. Have you been there yet?
I'm not sure if I've been there yet.
It's like a Spanish tapas place. It's kind of by Bonds. I don't even know what street that's called, so I'm not gonna mess with
don't
that.
ask me, please.
But it is unbelievable. If you go with a big group, you get a whole bunch of different things.
Wow.
They got like the flat iron steak, like everything. It's just so good. I don't even know where to go from there. Yeah.
Diversity as well.
Diversity. Yeah, they got every play in their book.
Like, so you say tapas, you know, like a tapasy type thing.
Yeah, so it's like your little small plates. Everybody orders a bunch, you share it.
That's so hot.
Family style.
That's so hot.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Great pick.
Yep, thank you.
I'm glad you put me onto that. I might have to try that.
Yep.
For my number 2, I'm gonna go to a place that I got introduced to last year through the team.
Okay.
A lot of the boys like to go there.
Okay.
It's gonna be the Hungry Pumpkin.
That pains me that you took that off the board.
The Hungry Pumpkin it's a great little spot. You can't fit many people in there.
No.
Which I would say is the only thing holding it back.
But I
from
honestly kind of dig that. It's an intimate
being,
setting.
at the same time, it adds to the style.
Yeah, they know their game. They're not going to change it.
No.
Yeah.
And I just think the food, I have been a fair few times, I'd like to say. I have never come away from that place and been disappointed.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think.
Sure.
And I just think the boys love it.
Yeah.
So once again, in the locker room, he's just going to slide straight in.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Team player.
Gosh, that hurts.
So
Hate
that's
to see
payback
that
for
one.
taking Bonds off. me.
Yeah, I hate to see that one drop. Okay. Back to me.
Pick number 3.
Pick number 3. I think I know what you want to go for your 3rd, but I'm going to let you have it. I think I'm going to go over to Slice and Brew.
I've heard of it. Not been, though.
It's really good. It's
Pizza, I assume.
Yeah, pizza. They have like a bunch of different types of beer and stuff, but just good pizzas. Good. I think why it's there is because on like Tuesdays or Wednesdays, depending, like Tet Steeds and I will go. It's just a good pie.
I would like to confirm to the audience that not once have I been invited.
That's not true because I put it in the team group chat and
Did you?
I get crickets. Yeah. There's just like this ongoing joke where it's like if Davis puts something in the team group chat, let's
Everyone ignores it.
not have anybody say anything.
Do you know what? We spoke about it in the separate group chat that you're not in.
Yeah, right. Okay, I assumed because nobody. Yeah. Okay. That's
And
fair.
do you want me to be honest with you?
I'm just gonna throw my phone on the street and just let somebody
Get rid
else
of
have it.
And I'm going to throw him under the bus. Captain Sam here set it up.
Really?
Set you up.
Wow.
If he hears that, I apologise for
I'm
throwing
gonna
you
have
under
to
the
have
bus.
words with him.
Yeah.
And they're going to be fighting words.
Fighting words.
Yeah.
So I can only apologise about that. But great pick number 3.
Okay.
And my number 3, I wonder, you think you know it?
I was going to let you have this.
What do you think I'm going to go with?
Well, I was going to let you have it because you talk about it all the time. But Mr. starts with a J.
No.
Really?
With a J?
Yeah. Unless he spells it with a G.
GB Cafe.
You're going to go with GB Cafe?
I'm going to go with GB Cafe.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with... that makes it hard because I already got a pizza place on my...
What were you going to say?
Mr. John.
No. That was going to be... I'm going to get onto that as to why they were not higher.
Okay.
But top 5, still pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is.
But we will, unless you take it from me.
I got a pizza place. I need to diversify.
Yeah, okay.
Makes it hard for me.
GB Cafe, little spot there. Otto introduced us to because apparently last year was his favourite spot. Went every week.
He actually, funny story. This year it was like my first week here.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
and they started cheering.
Yeah, you were there, right? We walk into GB Cafe. And Otto's like, on the way there, I don't know Otto well yet. He's like, they're going to start cheering for me once I walk in. And I thought he was joking. Like, I was like, oh, this guy's a regular. Like, that's kind of funny. And I kid you not, I walk in and it's just like nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, Otto walks in behind me. And the person behind the counter literally threw both of her arms up in the air. Was like, Otto. Yeah. And I was just like, what is going on?
What the hell?
This is wild, but it is great.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I find? I guess it's not that odd about it, but it's only odd to me because I usually get the breakfast.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the mega breakfast from there just slaps differently.
Yeah.
They've got a sushi bar, which kind of makes sense because I think it's a bit of an oriental place.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that there's a sushi bar, but to me, I see it as more of like a breakfast cafe. 'Cause that's all I get. So
Same
to see
here.
a sushi bar at a breakfast cafe kind of threw me off a little bit.
Diverse.
But
It's a Swiss Army knife. It's got every play in his game.
two-way player.
Two-way player. Two-way player.
So I think that's gonna be a great addition to my team.
Okay. This is where my lack of time here hurts me a bit. However, there's this place, and I'm going to get the name wrong, which is a shame. To become an honorary Brit, I've been really indulging in the fish and chips game.
Okay.
And I had a fish and chips over. It's by the Forest Stadium. It's right by Deeds' little banner on the street. It's called like Kitchen Brew House and Tap or something.
Okay.
Could be butchering that. So if anybody in the comments wants to let me know what the name is,
Don't hold back.
don't hold back. But the fish and chips there are unbelievable. However, they serve it with this little thing you guys love to do called mushy peas.
What do you think of mushy peas?
So here's my thought process on mushy peas. I was at the Nottingham Fair, and I went to the famous mushy peas stand, and they were talking about how this guy would make mushy peas during the war, like World War I or World War II, for the soldiers, easy to do, whatever, and that's what they'd eat. In my head, I tried it, and I love the UK. In my head, I tried mushy peas, and I thought to myself, we should have, when the war ended, we should have left the mushy peas with the the mushy peas should have left with the war. Like that should have been done together. I don't see the appeal, and I added the mint sauce, and I was like, this is like not good mashed potatoes.
I'm going to pre-warn you, I think you're going to catch some strays for that.
And I know, and I'm sorry. I just want to apologize to everybody out there. I'm not a picky eater. It's just they're not for me. And if they're for you, I'm happy for you. However, I just don't get on with them.
You don't get on with them.
No.
And I'm sure people understand that as
Yeah, you hope. You hope.
I would hope so.
And honestly, if Bob walks in here right now and he says that mushy peas are his favorite food, I want this whole segment deleted off the record, and that is my single-handed favorite food.
thing of all time.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could do some scrub and get it off the internet if that ever happens.
Yeah. Okay, great.
My number 4.
Yep.
You alluded to it.
It's unbelievable, but I heard
John Doe Pizza.
It's so
now,
good.
the only reason this was not higher, and it's through no fault of their own but a fault of mine, is I have never been there to have it.
You never walked in.
No, I've only had it in the locker room.
Yeah.
That is
And it hits so well when it's in the locker room. It just
does. So I imagine
it's bang on.
I imagine if I went in and got it because obviously you have to factor in delivery.
Delivery does change the game.
Sometimes it comes here a bit maybe too soon for me to get off.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe that plays into it. But if I was there getting it fresh, there's the potential it could have been higher.
Yeah.
So no fault of their own.
No, and it's
I
still
think
a great
I think it's a great guy.
Yep.
Lovely to have him on the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't know him that well on a personal level.
Yep.
To put him above the other ones that I know more personally.
Sure, I like that.
But still a solid player in the game.
Yep. Now, so for my last pick,
Yeah, to round the team off, I'm gonna have a think as well.
I need. Whew. Now this is hard. There's something that popped in my mind, but I would get destroyed in the comments if I put it up there.
No, but not, I feel like you need to now. I want to know what it is.
And I can't. I simply can't. I can't take that.
Can you whisper? Can you whisper it? Whisper it to me.
But I don't even, like, if I'm back home, I don't even eat this. I never eat it once, but just here, for some odd reason, I've gotten it quite a bit. I can't put it in my top 5. I'm sorry.
Give him an honorary shout out.
Honorary shout out to the Subway next to Cafe Nero, by the Broadmarsh car park. The people
Specifically
in there,
that one.
Yeah, I don't know about the other ones. The people in there are lovely. I love eating subs back home. You know, I'll put it as my 5. Love eating subs back home. You guys don't have as many sub places here.
No.
We have a bunch of Italian delis back home.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable. So I try to get a taste of that through Subway. Now, do I think that I might have just botched this draft? Possibly.
I don't know if you'll get as much flack as you think you will. I'm a big Subway guy.
Okay.
I personally wouldn't have taken him.
No.
I think there are better players.
Yeah.
But especially
There's better players on the
if
board.
we're talking about like the impact on the game.
Yeah.
I think pretty big impact. Like it's pretty worldwide.
Yeah. I agree.
think just if we're talking Nottingham specifically.
Not the place to go.
No. That's
I wish I would have taken it back. That's why I didn't want to say it. That's why I didn't put it as my 5, and then you basically forced me to.
No. Don't try and spin this on
He gave me
this
look, and I don't know if you guys caught it on camera, but it struck the fear of God into my heart, and so I had to do it. I would like to rescind it, but I can't. It's off the board.
Clock's run out.
Yeah.
That's a shame. So my number 5, to maybe build the better team.
Yeah.
This is a Nottingham specific one, and I'm gonna maybe need Jamie to help me with the name. It's near the casino, and it's I believe Thai. Is it Zap?
Yes.
Oh my golly, good.
The way
graces.
that Jamie just looked when you said
see
it
the eyes?
makes me think that I just lost the draft.
Do you see how wide her eyes went?
1-0 Luca.
Maybe. That place
Bangs.
was delicious. It really was. And I think that's I honestly, potentially, again, could be higher.
I think
So
my
I-
1,
so I
2,
think-
3, 4 might carry me.
Your first overall is doing
that-
a lot of heavy
yeah.
lifting.
We'll see. We'll leave it to the people.
We can leave it to the people.
leave it to
but
the people.
I think zapping 5's a steal, honestly. I think that might be the steal of the draft.
That hurts.
Comment down below or on Twitter. I'm not really sure where the comments will go yet. Does Spotify have comments?
They do.
They do.
They do.
We'll keep it. Well, put it wherever you want. Tag us in it, and we will read and react, maybe.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll react.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To who wins. And if obviously when it turns out I win, we can discuss that. And I hope you don't feel too bad about
I
losing.
won't. I won't. I'll just be begging for a second chance.
And that, I believe, brings us to the conclusion of episode 1 of The Home Bench. Davis, I appreciate you being here. Once again, it was an honour to have you on.
It's been a pleasure being on your program. Thank you for having me.
And we're going to probably end this with a shout out to the one person I think we can both agree we deserve to end this podcast with.
Yep.
And I'll let you do the honours. Who are we shouting out on this podcast right now?
Thank you so much to Bob.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do for this great country, for this great nation, and probably for the world.
For the people of the world.
Thank you, Bob.
Bob, you're a real one.
Have a great evening, everybody, or day, or whatever it is you're listening to this during. Bye.